Hi guys, it's Lone Gamer UK here, back for some more gaming and streaming fun. So being Sunday, I thought I'd do a new series, something a little bit different, partly a game that's a bit of a throwback to past games, and also this game's been out for a little while, but it's been having quite a lot of regular updates. So I'm running the current alpha 9.10.13, and yeah, I've had a couple sort of goes on my own and failed miserably, bankrupted the company within the first few days and weeks. And the main reason for that is watching some videos and playing myself is, you know, spending too much money at the start, hiring too many staff, building a building that's too big, etc. So so I'm hoping to start this off properly, where we can make the aim is to make about $1 million from like our first product with as little expenditure as possible, and then we can expand from that. Now this game, you can build multi-office buildings with like 10 floors and server rooms and hundreds of staff and make hundreds of millions per week or per month. So it's a little bit tycoon game. It's a little bit like The Sims, but with an office software Inc. So this is a game where you develop operating systems and software and games, 2D, 3D software, and try and make money. But essentially, it's a business game. So we're going to start a new game off. So I'm going to change my name to Lone Gamer. Hi Lee, thanks for joining. So I'm going to, I could be male, I could be female. I'm going to be male. I don't want to be lazy. Generous, optimistic. That's kind of fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change my appearance a little bit. I'm going to go for a hoodie. Nice short hair. funny looking dudes these. They don't really have mouths, but I've started to get used to the graphics. It's quite you know, maybe at first glance it looks a bit weird, but it's grown on me, the graphic system for this. So I want my hair more to be sort of brown. Go with light brown. I need eyebrows to match, I guess. Didn't look exactly the same colour. They can be slightly different. What colour top do I want to have? Need to be able to see myself easily in the office. We go with a green top, and yeah, I'll go with that. Something quite colourful. Anyway, we can mess around with that. So we're going to come up with a company name. Now this game was brought out just a year or two ago in various betas and early forms, so it's still technically in alpha, so it's a new game. But we start off our company in the 1980s. Now you can set 5,000, 20,000, 50,000, 500,000, but we're going to make this a challenge. We're going to start off with just 10,000. We're going to start off in a forest. Medium, days per month, so 1 day is going to be 1 month. You can actually make it so that 8 days is only one month, slowing it down by 8 times, but default is 1 day. We're going to keep it as that. Now what I need to do to try and get a successful start is make sure that my skills are in system design and system code, and that I've also got audio skills. I don't need any skill in lead because we'll hire a lead eventually, and I don't need any in marketing because we'll hire a marketing person. What that does is it puts programming, designer and artist, which we all need, to maximum. So I'm going to have my starting skills is that. What I need to do is come up with a company name. Now I was thinking of Bling Incorporated Inc. or Tosh Limited or Nuts Limited or UK Nuts Limited, something quirky, so I don't know what my favourite is. Nuts Limited sounds quite fun, but I need to, so we could go with Nuts Limited. What do you think of that, Lee? Nuts? You know, I'll be the founder of Nuts Limited. You can, when I can hire people, I can change their names. So, you know, I can put you in the game and put a couple of the other subscribers in the game if you want. I might have to fire you if you cost too much money later on, though. But we could be UK Nuts Limited. Let's go with that. Okay, yeah, so we start the game. So the first thing we want to do is we start off in a forest area, and we have our land, which is marked out here. So this is the starting land you already have. Now I'm not going to do what I've seen in a lot of other videos and go a bit crazy, and it's quite tempting to build an office with a room, a canteen and kitchen, but we need to make money first, and we've got basically nothing to start with. So all we're going to do is build a need to flip it up more so I can. Three by 2 is all I need. So we built that. We'll stick a door in so we can get in. Don't want that door, want this door. Gives us a bit of light. All I need now is a table to start with. And go to rooms, then I just need office. So what I'm going to do is, now because we're starting in the 1980s, I mean you can get computers in the 90s and 2000s, but these are greyed out until we get to that age. So we have to start with a very basic 80s computer and a chair. And we need an extraction fan for cooling. And that's kind of all we need right now. Now, starting at the game, I don't have a car or a car park. We can build car parks and things like that. I'll arrive by bus, which is a little bit unreliable. So you'll find when you have car that you and your staff will arrive on time and maybe early. But with the bus, not so much so. But won't take us very long to get out of this phase if I do things right. So that's all we're going to basically start with. Is a room with a chair and a computer for Nuts Limited. There's not any there's not any room for other staff yet, Lee. So you'll have to wait for your executive office for that. So right, okay, so. Once we've done that, that's all we're going to build. One thing I do need to do is just set my starting time, my working day. So I'm going to arrive at 8 in the morning and I'm going to go at 6 o'clock at night. And Vacation range is a month, so that's fine. Okay, so we've got a couple of things up here: our money, time of day, the calendar, the year, our marketing, market recognition, and various forms of speeding up. We'll be using that a fair bit. So let's wind this on to the next day, and then we should see myself arrive around 8 in the morning, depending on the bus. Okay, so here I am in my cool little office. I'm going to sit down, and I've got nothing to do, so we're going to pause the game there. It's quite good, the humour in this game actually, because if you look at the screen, I probably can't see it very well on the stream. It says, why have you zoomed in so far? What were you expecting to see? Get back to playing, etc. So that's quite humorous. So what we're going to do in this game to try and make like £1 million, dollars, whatever, I'll be getting that wrong several times, is developing software. Now what we're going to do to really make the megabucks is we're going to design our own operating system. Now this game's got quite a lot of depth to it and stuff, so I'm just going to go through these functions down here. So at the bottom you've got market, so you've got here software time, so as we release things we'll get some feedback in the newspapers. This calendar here is upcoming releases, so later in the game when we're saying, okay, are we going to develop you know, a game or a console or a PC bit of software, you might want to bear in mind what's coming up when it's being released, because that's your sort of competitors, etc. Now you can make things. We're going to start with an operating system, but you can make stuff and then have a look and say, well, you know, what are the most common operating systems? Because if we're going to make a 2D paint software or an audio tool, we'll need it to go on software that is most popular. So if you wanted to have a look at, let's say, operating systems, we would go to the categories here and go to operating systems. So we've got them here, and then we can look at them by the most active, like the number of users. Okay, so again, if we look at that and then look at operating system, let's have a look. Let's put let's just do operating system and then filter by for example active users. So we can see that Door 4 and Sloth 4 and Nexide 6 and these things are, so if we were developing some software for other operating systems, we'd want to make it work for those. But we're going to think bigger than that. We're going to design our own operating system, and then things that we make and build we'll release on our own operating system. You can actually buy shares and buy out other companies and buy up the competition. So that's possible in this game. So that's basically, we got the news. There's an all company list here, so you can just list it. See, UK Nuts Limited is going to be at the bottom. So if we wanted to look at, you know, filter it by number of products or its worth. So if we look at, so Theta Tap Camp Studios is the most rich business in looking at, so we can undercut some of these market leaders, but and it sort of tells you the number of users. So you know, if we go by users, there's 1 million users using Door 4 and they're paying 277. Sloth 4 is 750,000 people using it and they're paying 256. So anything under £200 is probably where we want to be for our first product. Now you can improve the GUI, the graphic interface, multi-threading, etc. But you'll see when you tick these, they add the amount of years and time. Now we're going to leave it basic because this is going to be our first one, our first money making. As you can see, what I've done with the name of the system, you know, DOS 1 will be the precursor to DOS 2 or DOS 2.0. In fact, let's go a bit more PC techy. Let's call it DOS 1.0. So we're going to leave that as it is, basic. We're not going to change any of that. And that's what we're going to develop. Now it tells you it recommends, look, you need 2 designers, 3 programmers, recommended artists. Now when you start the game, you can do all the jobs, so you need to count yourself in the fact that you're one of each of those, really. And you don't have to do that. So because this is our very first operating system and we've got no money, we've only got £8,000 now after building an office cubicle. We won't be doing any of that because we'll be doing it all ourselves until we make our megabucks. So that's what we're going to develop, and I'm just going to put the price in, and I'm going to put it in as £175, dollars, whatever. I'll be making that mistake plenty of times. 175 price units. So that's what we're going to develop. So it queues up here. So on the right hand side, all our jobs and marketing and stuff will appear on the right hand side. And then there's various stages when you're designing something. Now again, we're doing an operating system, so we might be doing other things like audio. If you just have a little look again, what we could develop 2D editors, audio tools, game engines, games, office software. So for example, if we went for office software, it would say what operating system do you want it to work on, and again, what I just showed you, we would go to those top operating systems and select them and say, well, we want office software to work on all those top systems because we want it to sell, we want it to be popular. But we're going to be a bit greedy. We're going to try and build our operating system ourselves, called DOS 1.0, and see how we go with that. So that's all I need to do at first. We will be losing money, but because we've not spent any, we can handle that. So as he's coding away there, so the first thing, so there's these various phases. So the first thing we do is, I'll just slow it down while I explain this. So the first thing we do is develop the game, and you'll see it starts off saying quality horrible, and we got no followers. And there's a little status bar here saying system and audio. Now again, if we look at myself, if we look at me, we're 20 years of age. We got no salary because we're the business owner. Our effectiveness is 101%. We're always happy. This is why you can start this game with basically nothing, because once you start hiring staff, you need to give them canteens and toilets and keep them happy and pay them the right money. But you're always happy. You're the company founder, so you can work in a shoebox, designing your first game, product or whatever, and be perfectly happy, even though you have nothing to eat and nowhere to go to the toilet. So yeah, and if you look at our skills, we look at ourselves, you'll see here that my base skills are pretty good. Good at coding, design, because that's how we set them when we started. But we're not good at lead, and we're not good at marketing, because if we need to do those, we can hire those in later. So basically what we do is we just speed up time now. Now don't forget that one day cycle in this game is going to be equivalent to a month in the game. So when we say, oh, we're marketing the game for 6 months, let's say, that's essentially going to be 6 turns, 6 days to do that, because that's how the time is done, and that's the default. That's what we're going to go with. So we're working on this, so I'm going to just speed that up now, and you'll see that it's changing, and you'll see those blue bars there. It says audio and system, and you'll see them starting to move up. Yeah, you can see it. Audio's going up, system's going up. So what we need to do is develop this until it gets to superb quality. Now when it goes to nighttime, we can just click to the next day and start, and we come in and do the same thing again. So we're going to do this for a little while. We've now got the quality up to good, but we need to get it to outstanding. Now again, we're losing money, but we're not spending really anything, so we can afford to do this. So I'm just going to speed this up until... Right, so you see now it says quality outstanding, and the blue bars system is blue and audio is blue. So now what we need to do, now that we've developed the game to... I keep saying game, the operating system to outstanding, is we need to develop it. So when we develop it, it goes into alpha, and then we need to code and put in art and also possibly market it. Now, the only marketing I'm going to do at the moment is set a release date. So it's March 1980, and I'm going to release this in July 1981. Okay. This is the kind of sort of time frame you need to give. You need to give yourself a year and a bit to develop. Some things you can do in like 9-10 months, but not if you really want to make good money and have good products. You need to give yourself a bit of time. So are you sure you want to set the release date for July 81? I do. I've got 1 year and 4 months to release the product. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of marketing. All I'm going to do is do a text press release, just so I'm saying, look, I'm going to do this. It's going to come out next year. Okay, so now we can just carry on developing this. Now, this game's changed alpha versions several times, and it used to be there wasn't any indication. Then you would see thousands of lines, like 10,000 lines of code, 20, and they've now changed it to code 0.21. I'm not quite sure what they stand for, but I think 1.0 is about 100,000 lines of code. So we need to get this number to about 9 or 10 to get a really outstanding bit of operating system. It's going to take us a while to do that, so we'll zoom through this. We've got some marketing things to do while we do that. I'll just get the right angle there. So you'll see here that the alpha starts going up. Okay, so we're going to be working on the alpha probably now until about November, December time. I'm going to leave it on this speed so that we can do this, and then once we get some money we can then start looking to expand our business, our property, and think about hiring staff and going big time. Now you can review your product, but I won't do that until that gets to about 5, 6 or 7. And then what we'll do is each day we'll review the product, it gives us feedback on how good it is, so that when we release it, we're releasing something that we know is going to be very good. So he's tapping away on his keyboard there, working like a slave. Can't work because he's gone home. Okay, now we'll get this code to 5.0. We might do a review. A little bit early probably for a review because I don't think it's going to be very good yet. We'll do the review in the next day cycle, so in August. Okay, so he's coming. Right, so I'm going to do a review. Now you can outsource this, and generally you want to outsource this later. You'll get a better score out of it, but because we're trying to save money, we don't want to spend any money. We're just going to review it ourselves by our team, our core team, which is just me. And we're going to do our first review of DOS 1.0. Now it's probably going to say it's pretty crappy, probably about 4 or 5. There we go. So we've done that. So it tells us, it's a little bit better than I thought, that it's 6 out of 10. The art audio is excellent. We're very good at audio, and that our code system and audio is 4.1 or 4.7. So we need to code and develop this a bit more. We want to get this probably to 8. I mean, obviously 9 or 10 would be great, or 9.5 or something, but certainly above 8. So we've set ourselves enough time to do this, with the release coming for the summer period the next year. Oh man, look at him. Ones and zeros. It's all ones and zeros. A couple little things I'll mention here as well. If you click on the PC, you'll see state 75%. So you need to hire IT staff to look after your computers. I'll probably fix this when it gets to about 50%, because then it's less efficient and we're not working quite so well. It's okay at the moment, 75%. Obviously we're losing money, but you can see our expenses are virtually nothing, so we're not worried about that. 6,800 in the bank. So I'm going to let this get to probably about code 8, and then we'll have a look. Need to keep an eye, because what I need to do is I need to market, press build, and build the hype for the product at least about 3 months before release. So we're releasing in July, June, July, May. So we need to finish off what we're doing around March or April. Okay, we'll just go to the next day there, because I'm just coming up to about 8. Code 8, I should say. Okay, we'll just slow that down. So let's do another review. We're going to review it ourselves. See how that goes. Check our product. 2 reviews, 3 reviews. Okay, end. Okay, let's have a look. Right, so now we're scoring 7.3. So we've now got our audio and our system up a lot higher. 6.6 and 6.2, and audio 9.1. So the audio is fantastic. It's going to be a wonderful bit of kit. So we still need this around 10-ish. It's not an exact science. And if I've done this right, we should make a shit ton of dosh. Right, sorry, skip the next day because nobody's there. Okay, now we're okay. It's going to be December. We're probably going to have a look at it in January or February and do another review. Now these reviews are biased. I'm doing them myself, so the actual game operating system can be a little bit worse because we're biased doing it ourselves. That's when you outsource and you get reviews. You'll get more honest answers later in the game. But again, because we're starting off with just seed money, we need to make our money first. Okay, so 9.6. Let's get into January. I think I might want to review this before the day is out, before it gets to February. I'm just going to do another review by myself. I'm not going to be improving the quality of the product once you leave alpha. I've got it over 10. My art is 0.94, so I'm happy with that. So now it goes into this phase. Now this phase is pretty important because this is where you need to start getting followers and marketing it and stuff. So we're going to go to market. We've already done our release date, which we know is July 81. So what we're going to do is we're going to do we're going to send a press build. Now press build is really important. Hopefully they'll go, it's a great product, and that will start to get us followers. We want to get our followers to somewhere like 30,000 to 50,000 followers, and we need to do this in the time frame that we've still set ourselves. So and then we'll go to beta fairly shortly. So I'm just going to run this on at this speed. Now this part of the game's not too exciting, but a lot of people, and I'm not saying I might make a mistake, but hopefully we'll earn a fair bit of money here. But it's gone into beta. I'm fixing bugs. That's fine. Now we should get IT turn up. I don't know if it's today or maybe tomorrow. been here by now if he was coming today. Maybe they don't come till the next day because got to hire them and they start the next day. Okay, so as you see, my followers are now going up. So 34,000 followers, 35,000 followers. This is really good. Now, a couple other things I can do here, market, is I can start to build hype for my product. Now, we're in March, so I think that's okay to start getting the hype going. And then basically we're going to release the game and order the amount of copies that we want to try and sell of our operating system, and then just sit back and watch the money roll in. So we don't need to release until July, so we can smash bugs and do our hype. Well, a little bit worried about my PC, down to 53%, so IT still haven't been yet. These shadows moving are quite cool. You bear with me, we will get something a little bit bigger than a box to sit in. Here we go, look, 50,000 followers. This is really good. Smashing bugs and getting followers. Now, we could have developed the game maybe a month longer and got it to 11. Probably got it into the 9.5s. Ideally, you want to get it to like 9.4 or 5 and above. But for the purposes of this video, our last review was about 8.8. That was IT, just went in there. Ooh. Yeah, so our computer's now back to 100%. We'll go to the so we've got 60,000 followers now. Smash 50 bugs. Now you see these bugs aren't really going up much now, so that going up pretty slowly, which means we've got most of the bugs probably, but we're going to oh yeah, it's only an alpha. Later on you can have all kinds of marketing teams and developer teams, and I've seen some people with like 30 or 40 different teams of 7, 8, 9, 10 staff in each team. It can get pretty crazy. I didn't notice whether IT came in there. I only called him the once, so if I did that correctly, we only needed the once, so that only cost us £200. See, we're already down to half our money, 5,000. So we're actually dropping followers now. So that might be a time to actually release the game early. Why are we dropping followers? We've already sent one to the press. Losing 12% of followers per month. Hyping. Yeah, I think we've probably just need to release the game, so I'm going to release it slightly early. You have an unreleased press build for this project, which will be cancelled if you release your product. Yeah. Why didn't that? Oh, maybe I should. Well, I probably dropped. I didn't click release the press build right. Messed up slightly there, and we've lost about 5,000. Not too worried about that. So let's have a look. The Software Times says UK Nuts Limited announces DOS 1.0. UK Nuts Limited sent out a press release about DOS 1.0. The target demographic doesn't really know who UK Nuts Limited is. They've already started work on DOS 1.0, and it doesn't look very feature rich. The press release is pretty boring to look at, but it looks like it was made by a child. They plan to release it in July 1981. So, yeah, we didn't put many features in that. So, just thinking we could probably end that marketing and just release it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to end that marketing and we're just going to release it. Yes. You want to start a marketing campaign for DOS 1.0? We do. Now we don't have money to market this, so we're not going to put any money into the marketing. We would do that later. In order to sell copies of your product, you need to have to print physical copies. If you don't print any copies of your product, it will be available digitally. So we're going to do digital copies really. You can always print new copies in your releases window. So we're going to print 50,000. That's going to cost us £100,000. So what you do for this to get the copies is we just go for a loan, and we want 100,000, and we only want it for 1 month because we only pay 1,042 interest. If we go for 24 months, we pay, you know, so much more interest. We pay £48,000 extra in total, so we're not going to do that. We only need the money for 1 month to get these to be built. We take that, and then our money's gone to 105 with that loan. Okay, and then what we need to do is go to DOS 1.0 and order our copies, and then have that 50,000. That will cost us 100,000 because they're $2 each, and that will take us back to our 5,000. And then we just hope it sells and makes us some money. So I've lost my little hut. Where are we? Oh, over here. Okay, now we've released it early. I've messed up a few things because we probably should develop the game a little bit into the 9s. Gone another month or two because we're releasing early, and we're starting to lose fans and stuff because. But as we release it now, we'll be into fixing bugs as they come in, and see what money we make. So now we can just sit back and watch our money. So it will get released the next day. I'm sitting here playing Space Invaders. And go home by bus. Let's just check the state of the PC. I think it's all good. 93%. Yeah, that's fine. The state of the office. Look at that. Look at that floor. All that coding. Terrible state of affairs that is. Right. Okay. So we can go to the next day. Right. Look at that. £1,032,000. Woohoo! Yes. I tried this before and failed and went bankrupt. So I tried it once, got a good chunk of money, 500-600, but set myself the target of making £1 million. So we've already made £1 million. So what we need to have a look now here is look at my releases. Let's just close this up a little bit. We can see. Okay, so we sold 9,200 units. Don't forget, we bought 50,000. So if 9,200 made us a million, we've potentially got another 4 million to make in stock. Now we've had 341 refunds, that's fine. That's a reasonable return rate. And that's just the first month. So we can let this run for a few months and we should still make some good money from this. But that is operation success, in as far as that was sort of my aim, is to get 1 million from the first release of our product. And I've seen people struggle with this game and you know, not make any money, and it's partly because they go on a massive building spree and hire too many staff and don't develop and make the games long enough. They don't give enough time between the things. So what's happening now, I've got it on slow, is we're marketing Dosh. It's costing us some money per month to market it. We're doing sparse marketing because we didn't have money to do that, and we've got 34 bugs, well, support jobs I should say, queued up out of 9,000, but that's not bad. And then we'll fix them. We've got verified and fixed, and we'll be working on those as we are here. So you can have a look at our little thing. So that's our chart. So our bills have gone down. And also our loan, I don't know if we've moved into the next month yet, but that loan we will pay off at 100,000 the following month because we won't need it anymore. Where's loans finance? Yeah, so we've already cleared it. We don't have an active loan out, so that's good. So you'll see we were losing a couple hundred per month when we had everything scaled right back, and then last month our maintenance was 167, but then we had sales of 1.6 million. Our distribution cost us 583,000, and you can get that distribution cost down because what we can do, you'll see in later videos, is we can build our own distribution. So we build a room, we put pallets down on the floor and printers and things like this, and digital and online shops and things, and we can distribute more, but also do it more cheaply and more effectively. But that's pretty advanced gameplay. Now I'm fairly new at this game, and so I haven't done a lot of advanced play myself, so we'll have to bumble along together, trying to develop the business. Now miscellaneous was 1,000, which was the loan, was the interest on the loan at 0.89% interest. So we cleared 1,026,000, which is where we got our money up there. I'm hoping to make something similar the following month, and we're losing a few thousand on marketing. Now I can end that, but at the moment I'm fine. So we're just going to run into July, which will be technically the next day. Hopefully fix some of these queued jobs. Now again, because this is our starting product, you might have a team of people to do this, so we're going to be a bit crappy at dealing with support tickets for what we've just developed, because we're a one-man band till we hire some decent staff. Okay, so we've gone home. Let's check the PC. 88%, that's fine. Okay, skip to the next day. Right, now we've got 1.3 million. Now we haven't made another million. We haven't done all that, have that hype and stuff. We've got cost of marketing. But let's just have a little look at our finance. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. So costs again, basically nothing. Our software, our sales was it's not bad. I mean, it was down 2/3, but 435,000 in the second month. Now we've spent some money on marketing, which was 10,000. Now we could up that, or well, we'd end it and then we can spend more money marketing it if we want to. We might play around with that. Distribution was a lot less because we sold obviously a lot less copies, and we didn't have our loan cost. So we cleared 300,000 in the second month. So that's pretty good. If we go and have a look at where is it? On my releases. So you'll see now that we've got 11,060. What this money can soon disappear though. So you can see here we've got 108, 110 queued. It's taking us quite a long time to fix these. But this will help our sort of fan base and our followers. What we can do, if I leave that running there, if we have a look at all companies now. So if we have a look at what we could do by fans or worth. If we look at worth, we're now no longer at the bottom of just at 5,000. You'll see that UK Nuts Limited, there we are. So we've got 1.3 million in the bank. A lot of other people have got a lot more money, but we're off the bottom. We're worth 1.3 million. We've got 3,322 fans. So that's something you want to build up. Look here, people have got 10, 20, 12 million, 23 million fans. When the companies were founded, amount of products they put out. So, you know, this company here was built in 79. It's got 4 products out. It's only got 38,000 fans. Fringe Kingdom. So we're already off and running. We're gonna fix some more. Try and get these queued jobs down. Let me see what money I'm going to make. Right, 2 million. There we go. Look at that. That jumped up 700,000. Woohoo! Yeehaw! Okay, pressing the wrong button. Pressing the wrong button. Up here. Okay, so what happened this month? Right, so again, our costs were there. So we actually did 724,000 in sales. Net sales, so we did $1,036,000 in sales. We lost a bit of money in marketing, but we cut that back. Funnily enough, by cutting that back, we've sold a lot more. But the users and the support and the fans start driving the product a little bit there. So we cleared 724,000 in. So we made $1 million, then 300,000, then 700,000. So that is excellent, even if I do say so myself. So what we can do, so I haven't really designed on the full plan, but if we look at developing software now, because I've got my own operating system, if I want to drive sales of that currently, I can order more stock of them. Let's have a look. So we've got 32, we've got plenty of stock still at the moment, but if I want to try and drive those sales, for example, I can design, I'm going to do it right now, but I could design, let's say 2D editor, and it might say what system do you want, what operating system do you want it to work for. Now obviously if I wanted to just go for total sales, I would look at operating systems, and I want to do it by number of active users. So I could say I want it to work for door 4, door 5, sloth 4, door 4, pen 3, and I can say, look, I want it to do for, and of course I want to do it for DOS 1.0. So I could say I want it to do it for those, and you'll see there it's put it in door 4 and all these, and DOS. Or I could just say I don't want to do it for any of those operating systems. I just want to develop this wonderful new tool for DOS 1.0 to try and boost those sales. So I'm going to play around with some of that shortly. And then whether we build a game engine or whether we build an audio tool, office software, we'll have a little look, because we'll have a look at all software. We'll have a look at things like upcoming releases and try and pick something. So for example, if we wanted to design, let's say, a game engine, you get an idea of how many. There's a lot of game engines out there. We've got BitView and 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, etc., and the cost and the items. So we might go, well, there's a lot of game engines out there. Let's not build a game engine. We can have a little look and say, well, look, over the next 1 to 2 years, we've got a couple games coming out, got a couple operating systems, updated versions of Sloth 5, etc. But we can also look at things that are not like 2D editors. There's only one coming out. I think you can do a 3D editor as well. So EMS. So there's only a 2D editor coming out in 1982, but we might have an awful lot of these in the marketplace. We have got quite a lot of 2D editors, but if we wanted to look at the quality, let's say, we've only got one great one and quite a few good ones. So you can use these filters and stuff to decide what we're going to build next, and then whether we're going to piggyback onto other operating systems or our own. Now we might struggle to just make things just for our system to get enough sales, because obviously right now we've only got 17,600 units sold. So even if we design something for our operating system that everybody wanted, right now we're looking at only 17,500. So it's probably wise to make it for our system, but also some of the other top ones as well. So we'll do that in a little while. Just going to get into September 81. Okay, the office is dirty. I could clean it, but I'm probably going to knock it all down in a minute, so I'm not really bothered. And I've only got myself. I'm always happy. I love working. Now we've got 2.5 million. So we made 500,000 again that next month. So this is great for what we're doing for the money. Just have a little look. We've now sold 22,000 units. So we're not quite halfway. That's good. So we'll sort of let that run, and that will start bringing some money in. So what we can do now is we can start to plan what we're going to do next. So I'm not going to do DOS 2 for 2 or 3 products away from now. So what I'll do is I'll look at making not an operating system, but let's have a look. Office software maybe. Spreadsheet presentation, templates, clip art, scripting. Need frame point. If we make our own 2D editor, we can develop things that use our own software. So I think a 2D editor is probably what we want to do. Let's have a look. Bear with me 1 second. I'm back. Sorry, just a little bit of background noise there. Still got a lot of these jobs queued up. We haven't fixed very many of them. That will affect our fan base and stuff, but again, for our first product, I don't think it's too much we can do. So let's have a think. I think I might do a 2D tool. Now let's just have a look at 2D editors. And so the top one's £69, so most of them aren't active, so let's just have a look. So there's only really FramePoint 9 and 10, and this vector cut. Yeah, we'll probably build something that might be less than 35,000, but not going to get to those figures. But that's 63.50, maybe about something about the £70 mark. 69.99. Let's go for that. Okay, now we want to add that it's going to work for our system. And then let's have a look at the top operating systems that are actively used. And we need operating system. Okay, so worried about the money, it's the users, so we could add yeah, so we need to add door 5. I've forgotten what it was now. Door 5 anyway. Next side 7 and frame stop. Oh, hang on, that's operating systems. Yeah, operating system. It's still active. Next side 7 and frame stop. They're not listed. Okay. Probably don't use that 2D. We want door 5, we want sloth 4 in there. And let's put in door 4. Yep. Because then that's going to get, it's going to be about 1 million users that can use our 2D editing tool. Now, these things here, you can see look, unlocking 86, RT9, so we can't do some of these things until later in time. I think we got the price right. So it's going to take us less than a year. This isn't a very expensive thing to sell, so we do need to sell quite a lot of copies, hence why I've added in those other systems. And I'm going to develop that. I haven't picked a name for it. Okay, so 2D editor. What are 2D editors called? FramePoint. I'm going to call it Nutcut 1.0. Okay. Now these things I don't expect to make as much money as we've got. I'm getting, he says it's getting very noisy. Have a look, what's going, old computer, 75%. Yeah, so I'm going to pretty much demolish all this and then we can actually build something that's a little bit, got the money to do so now, but I don't want to go too crazy. We've got 5,165 fans. And we're starting off doing Nutcut 1.0. We'll continue fixing these bugs, but we probably need to think about taking on another member of staff. So I'm going to go into... I haven't done that right, have I? I need to go over 3 blocks or 2 blocks? How many blocks is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I need another 2. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Right, I'm going to build something. Sure, I need all that space, but go with that. I'll have to play around with this a little bit. Now, what I'll do is I'll put in nice corner windows. That's not the window I wanted. Oh, it's a large window. Mess that up by slightly doing that separate one. If I can match it then by putting a single one in here. Match up. Right, so I'll probably put the doors over here. Coming from, we might change that building and design several times in this series. I'm going to keep it single level for the moment. Then what we want to do is probably build some internal walls. Okay, so we could have we'll do that. And then I need to think about some toilets and a canteen. That's a good idea, Lee. Name products after a nut, cashew, etc. Yeah, okay. Good thinking there, Batman. Chief of marketing already. Okay. Going to build another office there. So like the team of people that we build can go in there. The executive offices, leadership and stuff can go in here with the windows. Leave that as a corridor. Then a nice double door. There. The canteen, I might build this out because we probably, I'm not sure where we need that. Might need distribution. And we could have this as I was thinking of some sort of outdoor area park there, but we'll see. What I do want to do though is do the windows on here. Slightly smaller, just 3 across instead of 4. And let's do windows all the way across there for the canteen. So what I'm thinking is that this will be sort of executive office, programmers office, reception, and possibly over here we might have distribution. This will be the canteen. Let's put in some more doors. Okay. Right, what we'll do is we'll do a few more windows. The canteen can be nice and light and airy. What we can do is put in do that. Maybe a bit of light working space. And I think we'll go with some nice windows for the reception area. Okay, I'll probably do for that. Okay, so what we want to do is look at rooms. Probably put the doors in the wrong place here, so we're gonna look at canteen here quickly. Okay, so seating area wants to be in front of the windows, so what I want to do is put in sorry, kitchen. Units, corners. Okay. So let me put in the essentials first. In a sink. In a fridge. Bit of noise, that fridge. Corner unit. And then put in cooker. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a kitchen thing going on here. Let's just put in a few. Oh, not above there. One there. That'll do. Fills in the gaps. Okay, now we probably want to put a couple more kitchen units here. Say why in a minute. Actually, don't want that item. Put in a corner unit. And maybe another corner unit. Yeah. Okay, and then let's have a look at common canteen. Right, so we want to put in some. Oh, that's outdoors. What am I doing? That's not right. messed that up, haven't I? That there. That's it. At least it's the same as the other side. Then was it that unit? That's fitted on properly, that one, and the other one hasn't. That won't go. Oh. I'll leave it as it was. That's fine. We'll come back to that in a minute. How do I turn this? So turn that noise overlay off. You just want to turn those on and off when it arrives. Lamps in, floor lamp, ceiling lamp. We've put too many in because it uses electricity, but I might put floor lamps in here. Well, I'm not going to build up the offices too much. I'll just do this front office, so because we're only going to probably have 2 or 3 workers to start with. It does look a bit funny like that, but that's probably okay like that. Okay. Okay, let's go for the desks. So what we need to do is come up with a desk. Effectiveness, let's have a look. It's quite nice. What if we got a corner desk? Is that big enough to put a PC on? Sure that is. Well, if we get a room, office. Can't use these until the 1990s. corner table, angled walls, this one, water table. Oh, it's a bit small. Let's go with these desks for the moment. Have I put that the right way around or not? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. Can I put that chair in? And we're still going to have to go with the crappy PCs. Put a phone on the desk. And I can put a calculator. I think you can only put certain things on there. But it gives me all that desk space and it won't let me. I'm using some mods on this game, so like this table is a mod, so some of them don't work. Now what I can do is I can take, I think that and that and that, and I can duplicate it, I think. There we go. So what I can do is then stick this just there, for example. Have a, what is this? Have a clock. Put that there. Now, did I put a light in this room? Yeah, I got on a lamp. That's kind of probably all I need to get going, so we haven't spent too much money in the end. Now what I can do, what is that? Wall shelf. Oh, if I wanted to make a tell you what, table options aren't that great. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to make some working cubicles here. We might have a table there, might have a chair there, and a PC. What we might do is get some dividers. No, the hell did I do there? Move it. Yes, that's what I was thinking. So then again, what I could do is I could take that, and duplicate. I'll see if I can fit them in. Nope, done that wrong. Put it in the wrong place. I'm missing a bit of wall somewhere. Where did I put it? Let's scrap that. Let's I need a clock in this wall, in this office. That'll do there. Put a bookcase in. Reusing up office space there, but what I kind of want to do is have another one of why can't I duplicate that now? That, and that. There we go, duplicate. Right, let me see if I can just right click, left clicks by mistake. Right, I want to just click that, and that. Duplicate. Can't get this to go in the right place. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm making the right tits of this. And I've clicked the room. Don't mean to click the room. Move. You know what? That'll do. That'll do. I just wanted two working units. That'll do. That'll do. That's good. Okay. Apologies for that. Let's have a look. Got a sofa in there. We'll put a reception in here later, but I'm not going to do that now. Okay, so what we can do is when I come into work, Actually, what we can do, you can set, I think you set the room, so you do that and you go do something. We need to set the room as the canteen. That's not what I need to do. You can set the room for being the canteen and which is the office, and guys all sit in the wrong places. What I was going to do though is just we can select in building. Oh, room labels. This is oh no, that's when you've got the labels. Just toggles them on off. Just need to do the chair on the computer. Don't need to do the rest. Okay, so we're still working on Nutcut. I can actually change that name. So Lee had a good idea. So if we call this Cashew 1.0, all gone nuts. So we're developing Cashew 1.0, a 2D editor. We've already made our millions in our first product, which was our operating system, and we've gone from that little hut to now. This will drastically change our profits and our bills running this kind of building, but I think we're okay to do that. I can't remember if I can get myself to move. I know what I haven't done. I haven't built the toilets yet. So he's going to go home. Hopefully tomorrow he'll come to work in a car now that we've got a car park. There could be the toilets in here, but I was going to make that our distribution room. So let's just squeeze them in here. See if that works. I'm tempted to put glass doors on the toilets. The way my mind works. Okay. Bathroom. I need to put a toilet in each of the rooms. Now on the back wall. Also not going to let me. Come on. Don't be silly. Have I not left enough space? I thought they would just go. Let me put it on there. Okay, I'll tell you what then. So I could maybe make this into just 2 toilets. Thing is, that isn't going to work either, is it? Because we can't put it in the middle there. Maybe. I didn't want to do that. Destroyed the. Right, so hang on. So it's not going to class that as a room now, is it? I need to merge that and that. Screw it. Let's get this door in here. Still just want to put it against that back wall. No. Oh, hang on. There we go. Finally. There we go. We'll sort this out. Well, I could move the doors along actually and just make that into a proper bathroom in the end anyway. I'll do. Unassign, unassign. Oh, I don't know if I did this right, but that should be my desk now because, yeah, owned by Lone Gamer. That's where I should go to work. Nobody. Okay, 2.7. We did make some money. What did we make? Make 200,000 then from our products. So that's still doing well. Let's see how many copies we got left. Yeah, so about half. We sold half, and we got 25,000 sold, 25,000 left. That's fine. That's going to pay for our building essentially. Right, I am now working in my office, my corner office. There we go. Look how cool that is. I can watch the traffic. And I turned up by a car today. Oh, wonderful. Got a car. What's my registration? Nut 1 it should be. But no, 5F7WR. Wow, that looks quite a nice first car. We can get sports cars later when we start earning more money. Although I'm a multi-millionaire already. Right, now what I want to do, I'm keeping it on slow at the moment because I probably want to employ somebody for 2D. I do want to lead. I'll get that later. So I'll get a designer for 2D. And click all these things. We're gonna get some wonderful, talented staff. Okay, Blair Vasquez. So this can be you. This can be you, Lee. We'll change 58. I want to be 58. This is it. This is good. This is good. We'll hire this person. Okay, now I believe I thought we could change their name. Sure, we can change their name. Employee details. Here we go. Here we go, Lee. What? Let's put you. Let's just put in L Manners. At the moment, you're a 2D programmer, but you know you can become some chief management job at some point, and then you can. I mean, we can actually, because I haven't played the advanced stages of this game, but you can hire an HR team so that actually the firing and hiring of staff is done automatic. Okay. A little bit lazy. Independent, social in the middle. Fast learner. Yeah, that'll do. Right, change the name. Did it change? Looked like it changed. Oh yes, it has. Yep. Okay. I'm 21. Yes, 21 again. Always wanted to be 21. Right. So if you are a follower of mine or whatever, I'll try and put you into the game as we develop this company. Heads of HR and lead. We'll have various teams, and we'll have leads for each of the teams. We're going to need. I mean, if you do watch some other videos of people that have played through this, you know, you can get massive office blocks and all kinds of things. So there's even default ones you can download and stuff. But we've only made one product at the moment, so Now I've hired Lee. I don't know, I think he won't turn up to work till the next day. And I'm going to assign Lee the other corner office, if that's all right, Lee. As soon as you're the you've donated to me, you can have the executive chair with the room with the view, if that's what you would like. You can go work in the canteen if you want, mate, but you can get out of bed for that salary. Oh, it's almost the top salary, I think. It's like other people in the game, oh, I'm going to pay him 1,000, 2,000. Got nearly 5,000 a month. Right, so we'll educate you later, sunshine. The quality of cashew is diminishing fast. Really? What? What am I not doing? Oh, we've only got code of 0.13. How can it be? How do I do that? Let me review it. Now, get that review done by the end of the day. Would do if that bloody Lee Manners turned out to work, but decided to take the day off. Here he comes. Here he comes. Right. Now we're cooking. I'm off to go get some coffee. Oh, there we go. We've just logged in, basically. Checked the pornography on our PCs. I've got a coffee. He's going for coffee. Yeah. Might want to put some doors shortcut in. Private executive room. Well, when we're a bit richer, I'll have an executive kitchen. We could put a vending machine in our office. But I might do that. Just because we's the boss. We's the boss. We can do what we want. Break room. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll have a water dispenser. A vending thing out in there. Got one in the canteen. Got one in the hallway. That's fine. We'll just stick with the water for the moment. No, I don't want to promote that yet. I don't know why the code of this is taking. We've got months of this yet. So if it says it was deteriorating, unless it was just good. This coffee is great. Oh, thank you. I made the coffee machines. Oh my! I love working. Certainly do. My own company, my own office. I need to design the flipping walls and floors. Interior. Floor. Ooh, that's horrible. Go with that. Okay. Holy crap, this cashew is shit. I didn't put a phone. Oh, I did put a phone on your desk. Yeah, I duplicated it. Should have put a calculator because the phones do actually make noise and make the working environment worse, but then that's true of every office. God. I probably could do with an estimated code units are 6 and we've done 0.4 and it says it was deteriorating. Art we should get to 3, code units should get to 6.0, nowhere near it. I don't want to just hire staff. And what I was going to do is try and let me just pause this a sec, was to split the team, so you know I could work on support for Dosh.1 and Lee could just do I need to figure out that's project. Is this where I do it? Design teams, development teams. No, that's definitely a project where you can assign all the different teams. Oh, by the way, just if you click on the rooms, see it says here, lighting, environments, we're getting 200% effectiveness because of that office, temperature's 21, 2 computers. So when you click on other rooms, you can see, you know, how nice the room is and stuff. So worry about that later, but it's got to be in manage teams. That's no, that's working hours. Information. Change team. Oh, there we go. It's that little plus button down there. Yeah, I will get leads. We need to. I don't really want to lead until I've sort of got, you know, an artist, a designer, or something, and then I'll start creating a lead for each role. So team name's going to be. Oh, I don't know if are you still watching? No minibar. I'll look for a minibar for you. All in pay. I'm going to call you Exec 1 because that's just your team. Lee, at the moment. Okay. So once I've done that, what I can do is I can flashing up. No. Sign. Right. Now I probably need to train you. You'll go away for a month to do that or something. I could do. Definitely need art. HR management allows the leader to take over HR responsibilities like hiring, firing, settling disputes, or sort that out later. I don't want to do that just yet because we need to try and get this done. But if you work on that while too many teams in your rooms, make employees don't have to walk through other teams' offices. Oh well, we're on the same team in my business. Your employees can't keep up with DOS 1.0. No, I expect we can't. Who would I need to quash bugs? Is it a programmer or a designer? It's got to be a programmer, really, isn't it? I would have thought. And it's system because DOS is there. So I'm going to get a programmer for the system. I'm going to get somebody young but I want the compatibility to be good. So we'll go for this person, Julie Quinn. Okay, I'm not going to go too crazy with the staff because and Julie can probably then join the core team for the moment. What am I doing? That's the wrong one. Yeah, she's in core, so she can help fix these jobs for 18,000 users. That's gone down, active users. It was 25. Oh look, it's all going down. Why has it gone down? Why did it go down that quick? I'm on slow speed. She's not even employed yet. Office, some kind of lights. We've got to do with probably a wall lamp or two. They've got one in each bay. That will. So 200% of our. I think that's the max. I don't know if it goes on higher. I think that's the maximum, maybe. Okay. So Julie's our babe in the office. I haven't even got a receptionist yet. So sexist. Shit wages in a minute. I'll tell you what, look. Lee moaning about his wages. Moaning about the wages. Me, I'm getting no salary. It's the highest paid employee in the whole company. It's making, you know, it's like 1,600 a month more than Julie. She's going to be asking for a raise. Don't know if I can change your appearance actually once we've employed somebody. It's not like your own. I really like working with my team. Yep, that's because you're in a team of yourself, mate. You're in the exec team. But I'll tell you what, you better not mess up Cashew 1.0. I've given you that job. Thing is, I don't know now. We're losing a lot of users, active users, because we missed all those flipping bugs. I do need to sort out these rooms. This was going to be a distribution room. Rather than spend electricity, let's just put some windows in. How the hell are we going to get this alpha up to 6.0 when deteriorating? We're going to review its current state, which we know is going to be basically shit. Got an afro going on there, sunshine. I'll send you home if you moan about a minibar. I just wondered if you could change their appearance to the employees, but no, I think it's only... I am working away hard. Thing is, there's nothing queued. So it just kind of looks like that's it. And if I'm doing that, I'm wasting my time. Oh my god, this is Lee now working on cat. This is his fault. Yes, blaming him now. 1.9. God, that's dreadful. I don't know why it's not going up. I'm going to assign myself back to it as well, because we don't seem to have any queues for this, and if a few come in, then Judy can handle that. Let me have a look at probably going to need to start making some other stuff here, because this cashew 1.0 looks like a giant turd. So we made 3 million profit out of that bit of awesome Dosh 1.0. We've still got nearly 24,000 units in stock, but our active users are dropping. Cancel support. Don't want to give a press build of it yet, because they're going to look at it and go, that is a piece of shit. So He's criticising me for the fact you're in a different team but working in the same office. Doesn't like it. I'm just wondering whether I should start thinking about hiring a cleaner. Thing is, effectiveness. Because cleaner's gonna be 1,000 every month. Not a lot, is it? But they do about 5-6 hours every single day, and I'm not sure we've got enough. Cleaner can come at 6 o'clock. Do that for now. We're probably going to need to hire a full-time cleaner in a little while when we start filling up the offices. Code's going up a little bit better now that I'm working on it, because my skills are friggin' awesome. You look at me. I'm just good at everything. Let's have a look. Only 70% comfort? What's going on? Oh, here's a cleaner. Good job. Very sexist, they've made the cleaner a woman. I think they should have made the cleaner a man. Oh, that must be your car then, Lee, the green one. The same car, dude. We've got the same flipping number plate. What's going on there? Yours is green. Ew. Got a nice sort of Mercedes silvery stuff going on there. We might need to expand the car park as we've got more than 2 employees now. And what I find interesting with the cleaner is they don't keep the brooms and equipment at the office. They have to fucking take it with them on the bus. Bring it and take it back. So, yeah. Don't have any of that crap in our office. Bring it with you. That's going to take ages. I don't think I'm going to have time. When did I say I was going to release this? August. Kind of wondering whether I should put Julie on the... Well, she's in the core team anyway, so we're all working on Cashew now. Why it's going up faster, but... I need to watch her go to the toilet. I need to see, that's not classed as a room now. I need to... It's bugging me, this. I'm going to destroy the room. Destroy the wall. Really messed that up, didn't I? Took the floor away and everything. Because it's not classed as a room, so I can't click it to merge it. I'll have to come back to that. So we need to get this up to 6 ideally, and we need to release it in August. We're going to release it in August, May, June, July. We need to start marketing and press building it in May, really. It's going to be hard. Hang on, have I got... Why are you going home at 4 o'clock? Oh, man. Jesus. Right. Flipping core team was staying till 6, but the exec team was going home at 4. I'll fix that. Knows about his wages. Got a lovely desk in the corner, window view. No minibar, can't afford a haircut. Goes home at 4 o'clock. Right, what I do need to do is check the state of the PCs, because we might need to call that IT. 73, 71, not too bad. 79. I presume they go on use, so no, that's 77, even though it's not being used. Okay, they just degrade over time, I guess. I keep going getting hot cups of coffee. I've got all these vending machines around. Oh, here he comes, Mr. Flippin. I'll turn up late. Yeah, and he moans that he's working in the same office as another team. But he's going to get up and go have a coffee in a minute. Still making money though. Let's just have a look at that. Didn't make much. We only made, you know, our costs have gone up. We're now spending like 6,000 a month on bills, IT, and okay, cool. So code 5, it says we should, if we look at what the original requirement was, estimated code unit 6 and art 3. I mean, it's getting there, but even then it looks like it's going to be a pile of pants. Yeah, we should get IT. I think IT probably won't come until the following day. I need to extend the car park though, I think. I could maybe do that now. Let's have a look. I've forgotten where it was again now. Roads. I can't build road on. So if I build more vertical parking, will that actually work? I don't know. We'll see. Won't be able to get out there, kind of think. Need to probably have a road and then horizontal. We'll see. So yeah, profits are coming right down now. So yeah, I'm struggling to make 30, 40, 50, 60,000 at the moment after making 1 million in our first month. Okay. Well, Lee's first one in the office, you know. Ooh, hey, look who I gave a lift to. Woohoo! Yes, me and Julie, we're like that. Did you see that, Lee? Me and Julie arrived together in the car. Yes, she came around last night for a few drinks, had a little bit of chat about coding and programming. You know, she's got a thing for entrepreneur business owners. I'm now thinking of buying a Ferrari. See you later, sweetie. Oh, right. I want to do another review, but I'm not sure I can. Now, I've got to release. When have I got to release this again? Right, I'm going to put out press build. I'm going to hype it. Woohoo! Because we need. And 11,000 active users. This operating system's dying fast. There's nothing I can do about it because I can pause stuff, I can cancel the support, but nothing's queuing in. Seemed like we missed that number and then that was it. It just gave up. I'm thinking I might need to hire someone else. Artist or an audio person. Let's have a look. We could do with a lead soon. But artist. Compatibility rate. I'll do Eloise. Great, 65, you're hired. 25 years of age. And I need more girlfriends. Or maybe we'll get a girlfriend. Maybe you can car share with Eloise. Now what I probably need to do is these things help. You see, it says work boost. It boosts the. I seem to only be able to sort of put one on the desk, and it moves the computer slightly at an angle, which is a bit weird. But whereas I'm not sure the phone. What did the phone do? Well, that's for marketing. Geez, I don't really want. Right. Can have an in tray. Now, got to release this in August. So we'll do another review in June. Thing is, I need to do beta and get the bugs, but we're not really going to get time. If we can get it up to 6 by the end of the day, which will be go off and then come back again. What are you doing? PCs need some attention again. The cleaning. Come in at 4 in the morning, please. Thank you. Painter, I mean, all these things start to wear out as well, I think, at 98%, so They're fine at the moment, but I'll need to have maintenance as well. Hey, dude, have you had a haircut? What's going on? Oh, that's the new guy. Ooh, he's nabbed your desk. Oh no, that's IT. Is that IT? Who is it? Who is it? Who's this person? Oh yes, this is the IT guy. Who's this stranger in my office? Oh yeah, IT. He's got a pink car. Very nice. All seem to have the same number plate. Oh, look at that. Look at that maneuver. 360. Right, so cleaner's bloody board, done everything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, now not quite at 6. Let me get this to 6. 6 and 3 is really what we're not going to get art till 3, are we? We have got Eloise now. This place looks nice. Yeah. Well, that's Eloise over there. Purple slippers. This is my girlfriend. I didn't see if we cut car shed. What's all this? Effectiveness 36%. That's rubbish. Why aren't you being effective? Probably need to educate you. Oh, I don't like that. I'm in the room. Well, it's a bit warm temperature. Okay, let's just stop that sec. Okay, this does create noise. Environment improved. Got one heater in the room. Not sure that's really going to make any difference, but effectiveness is probably down to do with their skills. I mean, it's going up a little bit there. Hunger, stress, bladder, energy. What more do you want? I mean, you've got fans, you've got plants, you've got water, you've got a whole kitchen. Oh, such needy staff. I need to keep an eye on this. I need to get this into beta, because otherwise it's going to have more bugs than my back garden. I'm not really going to make it, am I? I'm going to have to do another review, see what it's like now. And the press release isn't going to get done anytime soon. Reviews. Right. 2.6, man. Jesus, terrible. I would have thought I at least got to like 4 or 5. Need to get this to 6 and 3 at least, because that's what's expected, and then put it into beta. Oh wow, I'm losing money now. Just took on another member of staff. I'm not really making any money from Dosh, I don't think. Keep clicking that. So he only made 6,400 in the last month. Dropped off very quickly. But It's a year later from release, so I guess the software starts to get a bit old. Let's have a look at it's September now. Why? You know what? I might just move this to October. I've got no followers. Just make sure I get it up to the numbers it needs to be. Then I'll put it in beta and then I'll release it. I mean, overall we've got still a nice chunk of money, but you know, we are starting to lose money. Lockdown, it's a little bit less down this month than it was. If we can get this out, we might get a little money from this cashew, but I'm not sure. Right, let's just get this up. I'm going to have to put it back again. Because we still haven't got it over this. We need at least a month on bugs. Right, here we go. So now the code's gone to 6. Art, we need to get it to 3. That money we're losing. Lost 15,000, lost 11,000. Not good. Right, now I said, when did I just change that to? November. I'm going to have to put it back again. Let's do a Christmas release. Because I was hoping to get this art to 3. It's nearly there. Losing money. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to do another review in-house. I'm gonna promote it anyway to beta. But we can't improve it. It's what it is. We'll see what the review is anyway. Probably we haven't even got it up to 3, have we yet? But right, 3.5. Oh dear, that's been a struggle to get this up. Need to work on. Didn't really have the right team set up for those. Guess the amount of money that we're losing is not too bad. With the kind of money we've got, we can cope with that. So I'm going to do press build. Here we go. Julie Quinn. So she's on 3.2 and she wants 3.5. 3.476. This thing's going to have more bugs than... It's got no followers. I have to release this because this isn't going to... Losing 1,000 followers per month. Whoa. Okay, we're going to have to release it. Do you want to start marketing campaign? Yes, we do. We're going to maybe market this. We're going to spend 10,000 a month on it. Sell copies. Got consumer reach 1.8 million. Let's start off with 20,000 copies. It cost us 40,000. So I might make a loss on this if I don't sell these. I mean, I've only got 56 followers, I think. I'll do 10,000. It cost me 20,000. We'll see if it makes us any money whatsoever. I'm thinking we'll make a loss on this. Oh, Eloise is called in sick. Let's just check the computers. Well, they need doing 66. They do. I need to call in IT. Oh shit, this is I've been hiring full-time people. No wonder. Call in IT. Don't need cleaning. Right. Didn't get. I don't think the release went particularly well. Sales have gone up from 7 to 15 because we did sell some, but distribution, this is not good. All that work. 11 active users. So we sold 11 units. So we've lost £147,000 on. That was your project, Lee. 2D. What will you do, man? You want a pay rise? We'll see if we sell any. What? Some inventory broke and needs maintenance. Oh shit! Hang on. Bloody ceiling lights on fire. Let's have a look at this. Will be fun. Review a Cashew 1.0. UK Nuts Limited released its first graphics product. You haven't heard of UK Nuts Limited before. Pretty new in the graphics scene. Cashew 1.9 is really bad quality. It's a very complex piece of craftsmanship. It's a little fiddly. It's packed full of art, but it's really poor. It'll be interesting to see whether it can compare to FramePoint Premium 11 by Super Inc. I don't think it will be. It could do with a more modern feature, so we ran into quite a few bugs. They almost made the product unusable. To wrap this up, Cashew 1.0 is not worth the price. We don't expect it to sell very well. They need to build a fan base in this market. Maybe they market it. Maybe if they marketed it some more. Core maintenance. I need a cool cleaning. Yes, cool cleaning. So we need to come up with our next product. We need to stop hemorrhaging money. We need to fix the little fans there. He's busy little maintenance man. What I want to see is in February whether there's only 70 quid. Gonna have to make Dosh 2.0 a bit sooner than I thought. Make some serious Dosh. Holy cow, man! That 10,000 starting to look us. I mean, I spent 20,000 creating 10,000 units, and we've only sold 11, and 16 were refunds. So we refunded more than that kept it. Awesome. Yeah, I mean the staff I got, I paid 5,000–6,000 for searching. I'm paying them good money. They were all 60, 70, 80% staff. So I mean I can get better, and it's probably worth just getting the best. So a couple of things I can do while I'm not doing too much now. I mean we'll stop this stream shortly. It's been going for quite a while, and we'll look to build our next products. A couple of things I can set in place is what we can do is we can have a look at our staff and have a look at their skills. So Julie is good at coding, but we network audio, so we can send her and educate her, and we can do programming. And we can do, let's say, well, I mean either 3D, she hasn't got any, or network, or even system really. So we'll do that. And Eloise, now she's an artist. So we can educate her as an artist in 3D because she hasn't got any of that. So 3 months, so 3 days away doing that. We can stop marketing this and hemorrhaging money there. I think we'll cancel support for this, I think, almost. Oh, I can't use those till 1990, so going to put 2. Now there's these pallets we need. Really not a good idea to put the stock in the window, but won't it let us put it there? Strange. That's fine. So we'd print. There'll be things that we need to print physical copies of that reduces our distribution costs, and then we get couriers to come in. They'll pick it up and go out this door, and away they go. Alright, do these cameras go inside or outside? We need something inside then, don't we? Expensive. We'll put one of those in each of the rooms. Put a safe. That's going to block the light there. Big. I don't think the safe is that big. Siren, very loud. Go on the outside. That still seems to want to put it on the inside. I'll put it there then. Oh, there was an air conditioning unit. I was just, how hot was this room? 21 now. 19. Yeah, that's fine. But there is an aircon unit. I didn't see that if we need it, if the room's got too hot. Okay. So we're about the 3 million mark, just under. We need to come up with some new other operating system or something that's going to make us a bit of money, and probably continue to build up a higher team. But we need to be a little bit careful about salaries, because we're already up to, well, salaries of 11,400. So you know, you're adding 4,000 or 5,000 for every member of staff. So that means your products are going to start making 10, 20, 30,000 a month just to keep up with the salaries. So we need to keep an eye on that. But if we can make an operating system that makes us a couple mil, we'll be fine. And then we can continue to build our business. Nuts. So yeah, so I'll have a look around at what we can do. So let's have a little look at what's coming out. So May 3. So this year we've got yeah, I might work on another operating system, because the next operating system for consoles, the next PC one is DOS 6, which is December 84. If we did anything, it wouldn't probably be till 84 or 85 anyway. But we need to keep up and build our fan base, so that's maybe what we'll do. We can take some contract work to help pay for the, while people are, we're not working on anything. So logistics, code units 0.68, do that myself, run 1200. So I accept a little bit of contract work, this will just help pay the bills. Sure whether we'll get it done in time because I sent 2 of the staff away now. I could have changed this working until 10 o'clock at night or something, try and get this done. Because we need to... I haven't gone away for training. Because we need to release this now, this month. It's just a 1 month, that's a 1 day. I'll get this reviewed by lunchtime. There we go, let's have a look. Oh, look at that, 9.2, they'll be happy with that. Awesome. Promote. Just fix a few bugs for the rest of the day and then we just need to release it probably about 5 o'clock. Few more bugs out. 4 o'clock. $5 o'clock. Okay, let's release it. Made us 13,272. Oh, well, that helps the wages bill. So we can do things like that when we're training staff, for example, and things like that, so that we can just earn a bit of money, help pay for the salaries and the training. Yeah, so we'll do more of this. Let me put a save game in. Okay, so we're going to call this nuts. I'm going to call it nuts 2 because it won't be video 2. Okay, so yeah, so that's Software Inc. I'll do a couple of these each week if I can, build a series of these. We'll see how far we can go and how we can build our teams and stuff. I've got some other new games in September I'm going to be playing and streaming and doing some gameplay videos of. I'm going to finish off Superpower 2 over the next